Okay, so this is a package from HKNowStore. I only made this order about 5 or 6 days ago, so it's got here really quick. Let's open it up. It actually got here yesterday, but I wasn't able to answer the door, so you know, obviously the postman just left me a card and I collected the package today. The Calvin fan card. So here we have a Gear Octahedron. I really wanted to get the blue one, but they're sold out of those. And as far as I'm aware, the only place to get one of these Gear Octahedrons is on HKNowStore. I'm guessing it's because it's a Calvin's puzzle. What's this called? Gear Change, I think. It was originally made by Tony Fisher, I think. I'm not sure what Oskar has to do with it. Maybe I think Oskar got it mass produced or something. I've got no idea. And then lastly we've got a 4x4x6. Yep. So let's take a look at this Gear Octahedron. It's 2013, so I'm guessing that's the year that these came out. Box is a bit bashed up. There it says Calvin's puzzle, and I don't know how you pronounce that. I think it's Timur or something. You get this little thing with it, so you can turn the puzzle with this. But I've heard, you know, I've seen a lot of videos of this puzzle, and the people in the videos, they always say it's more easier to just turn it with your fingers rather than use this thing. I think this thing kind of slips when you try and use it. Yeah, it's it's much more difficult trying to turn the puzzle with this this thing. So I'm not really sure why they've made this for the puzzle. It's just so much more easier to turn it with your hand. Not really sure what else to say. That's interesting, you've got these pieces, but they're not stickered. So if each of these little pieces on each of the faces was stickered, I'm not sure if that would make any difference to the solve. I've been messing about with this a little bit off camera, and once you start turning one of these pieces, unless you turn it the other way to bring it back again, you've got to turn it many times until it goes back. And most of the time when this is turned, you can't turn these pieces which are going around the equator. So when it becomes like this, I should be able to now turn these pieces, I think. Nope. Got to turn it a few more times. Okay, now I should be able to turn them. So now obviously I'll be able to turn them again. yeah, you've got to turn this so many times to bring it back. Yeah, let's give this a scramble. Oops. That's kind of an interesting shape. So we've kind of got like a cube shape now in the middle of the puzzle. Now it's really difficult knowing when and where I can turn it. Oops. Okay, so I'm not sure if you could call that fully scrambled. I think maybe it is. But yeah, that is a scrambled Gear Octahedron. Let's take a look at this gear change. So it's an interesting shape. Let's see what it turns like. I'm not even sure where you can turn it. Okay. That moves really well. Feels very smooth. Kind of feels like it's been lubed. Now what's weird about this puzzle is when you turn one of the sides, the opposite side moves as well. And it doesn't take that long to bring it back either. So there's the Wind Talkers logo. Tony Fisher. Oskar. Yeah, let's scramble this up. Okay, so I've been scrambling this for ages and it's become almost solved again, except these pieces aren't solved, which is quite weird. I can't seem to be able to scramble up these, you know, like these three middle pieces on each face for some reason. Maybe there's some other types of turns you can do on this puzzle which I'm not aware of. I mean, when it's like this, you can't then, you know, turn this side or this side of the puzzle. You've got to have everything kind of aligned like that to be able to make more turns. Yeah, I don't know, I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong or what, but I just can't seem to scramble these three middle pieces. Oh well. So yeah, so there is a kind of scrambled gear change. So let's take a look at this 4x4x6. Brain teaser, ultimate challenge, can you solve it? So there's the stickers. Oops. There's a TomZ logo. And there's the cube itself. So let's see what this turns like. It turns really nice actually. It feels, when you're turning it, it feels kind of like very solid, if that makes any sense. Very smooth turning, except for the middle layers. I mean, they don't catch or anything, but it just kind of feels a bit bubbly, I suppose. I think this shape shifts, and it does. Yeah, I think this has been lubed. I'll quickly show you the stickers before my camera battery runs out. So you get 2 sheets for these faces. You think one would be white and one would be yellow, but they're not. You've basically got orange and red, and then the other colours you've got is yellow, green, blue and white. So what I'll do is I'll go away and sticker this, and then I'll come back. Okay, so the puzzle is now stickered. The clear plastic version of this does actually have transparent stickers, which I think look really nice, and at first I was thinking, I wonder why they've not made transparent stickers for this one, because I do think the transparent stickers look much better on a transparent plastic puzzle. But when thinking about it before, I realised that if these stickers were transparent, then these white ones would probably actually look blue, because the blue plastic will be showing through them, so it would look as though you've got 2 blue faces, and I'm pretty sure the other colours would be off as well. For example, this yellow, if the blue was showing through, I guess they'd look green. I think if you mix blue with yellow you get green, so it'd also look like it's got 2 green faces. So I understand now why they've gone for solid colours on this transparent blue puzzle. So I'll show you the colour scheme. It's the regular colour scheme, so you've got white on the bottom there, and I put the TomZ logo in the middle of the face, well, as close to the middle as I could get. On top you've got yellow, and then you've got red, green, orange and blue. The turning is quite stiff, but it's still totally good enough. It kind of adds to the solid feeling of the puzzle, if you know what I mean. If the turning was kind of very loose and the pieces were kind of rattly because it's loose, then it would kind of make the puzzle feel more cheaper. Let's see what the corner cutting is like. Yeah, it won't really corner cut this way, but it will corner cut that way. Let's see what it's like in the middle. It's okay. I think it's probably totally good enough for a cuboid. So let's see a bit of shape shifting on this. Pretty cool. Yeah, I guess the only thing left to do is to scramble this. Actually, let's see if I can do a checkerboard pattern on it. I'm not sure if it is possible on this puzzle. Yeah, see, this face and this face, they're not checkerboarding. Yeah, it's pretty much the same as a regular 4x4. You only get, when you try and do the checkerboard pattern, you only get two faces that end up checkerboarded, and the other faces just end up striper. Okay, so let's start scrambling it by shapeshifting. Now, because a lot of the, a lot of the inside of the puzzle is now exposed, like the other side of the plastic, my hands are getting greasy from the lube. And it actually looks like there's a big blob of lube there on the inside of the cuba. Actually, I'm seeing it on a lot of cubas. I think it's just the moulding. And I've just noticed as well, let's see, it's saying Kelvins on the plastic. Let's see if I can get any more of it exposed. Oh, it says Kelvin, not Kelvins. And I noticed it said TomZ somewhere as well. There it is. TomZ. So there is like a checkerboarded version of this. So when it's when it's in its solved state, it's like a black and white checkerboard. There's also like a blue and white checkerboard one as well, but they're sold out now on HKNowStore. I have seen them. The only other place that I've seen them is on Taobao, so I might order one. I'm not really sure. It depends how much I enjoy this one. If I enjoy it a real lot, then I'll buy a checkerboarded version. Okay, I think that will probably do now. So there is a scrambled 4x4x6. So today I got a Kelvin's 4x4x6, well, Kelvin and TomZ 4x4x6. I think this transparent blue is a limited edition, a Gear Change. And yeah, when I looked up a video of this on YouTube. It was a tutorial video, so I just watched the start of it to see how it looks when it's scrambled, and all these pieces on the faces, these three pieces on each face, they weren't scrambled, so I'm guessing you can't actually scramble them. And lastly, we have a Kelvin's. Is it Kelvin's? Yeah, I think so. Kelvin's and Timur Gear Octahedron with a useless turny thing for it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.